What's that? It looks just like the shrine of the Master Emerald.
They probably designed the core like the shrine to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel
Knuckles, here
my
it
loss and despair. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Could this be the prototype of the ultimate life form that was supposed to be encapsulated? Leave this one to me.
Shadow, what are you doing?
I'll take care of this while you run to get the Chaos Emerald!
You go, Shadow. You be as awesome as you always are. Hello, everybody. It's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome to the finale of the Sonic Adventure 2 Chronological Let's Play. After a change of heart from remembering Maria's true final words, Shadow has charged in to help the rest of the heroes put a stop to the fall of the Ark. And to do that, we need to take down the Bio-Lizard, the prototype ultimate life form that is quite different from the hedgehog we all know and love. The Bio-Lizard is definitely a tricky fight. It's not the most difficult thing in the world, but if you're not careful, it can definitely trip you up. The first phase is no problem, but at second phase onward, the Bio-Lizard starts launching these shadow balls at you. Which, if you're not paying attention, it can very easily hit you. You jump the low ones, you somersault under the high ones, and thankfully, even if you do get hit, the Bio-Lizard is usually nice enough to just kind of wait for you to recover before he begins attacking again, so, you know. Also, be careful of the water flowing around. That's definitely problematic. I can actually compare this fight a lot to the Boom Boo fight from earlier, because the Bio-Lizard will chase you around in a circle, and it's up to you to kind of stay the perfect distance away from him, because if you get too far away, he'll switch gears and start chasing you with his tail instead. Then you wait for him to attack, and then you counterattack. So it's a similar concept in a different package, being that this one is a lizard and the other one was a ghost. You gotta grind up the rail, you gotta hit the life support system on his back. I guess the Bio-Lizard, you can't live without that. So, you know, attack the weak point for massive damage and all that good stuff. The main problem in this fight, especially during the chase segments here, is the fact that there are two gaps on either side of the arena, which I fell into one earlier, so that's definitely problematic. That and the exact timing to dodge the Bio-Lizard's attacks is pretty tight. See, that one, it looked like I was far enough in the air, but I got hit anyway. As the fight gets about halfway through, Bio-Lizard changes his tactics and won't let you grind up the rails anymore. He instead summons these, like, frog eggs. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they're kind of weird and gelatinous and creepy. And it really kind of emphasizes everything that's sort of amazing about this finale. Just the genuine, unsettling feel you get as things go on. From Professor Gerald's last words, to the Bio-Lizard himself, to the music in the background during this fight, the Supporting Me theme is one of my favorite songs ever. It is just so amazing to listen to. That and like the core of the Ark beating like a heart at the beginning of the cutscene that sort of introduced this area. It's just... this whole finale is so incredible and so very unlike other things Sonic, you know? I mean, there are, of course, other, like, intense moments or unsettling moments in other Sonic games, like the flashbacks in Sonic Adventure or the Metal Overlord transformation in Sonic Heroes. But I really don't think anything quite feels like the BioLizard fight in Sonic Adventure 2. And speaking of that fight, it is now complete, and we can move on to the next part of our finale.
The servers are the 7 Chaos. Chaos is power. Power is enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. Only you can do this. Stop the Chaos Emeralds! Is it gone?
Is that what Chaos Control is?
Since we've stopped the Chaos Emeralds, why is the space colony still on a crash course to Earth?
I'm still alive. He's controlling the space colony as it's falling to Earth. He's got one with the space colony and is determined to put on its collision course.
Sonic?
And now, it's time for the final boss of Sonic Adventure 2. The final challenge for our heroes to face. The final hazard. The BioLizard has merged with the Ark and is determined to keep it crashing towards the planet. And it's up to Super Sonic and Super Shadow to put a stop to him. This entire part of the fight takes place in space around the colony. And you have to try and get in hits between attacks to attack this red swelling area that shows up on the BioLizard. Admittedly, kind of a strange weak point to suddenly have, but you can, you could say that the life support system getting attacked and the failure of that keeping the BioLizard alive is sort of mutating it in its, like, absence of power. You know what I mean? Maybe? I didn't explain that very well. But it doesn't matter, this final fight is awesome. You've got Live and Learn in the background, you've got 2 super forms for the price of 1. They could have easily just made this a Super Sonic fight, but they made the right choice to include Shadow too. Getting in hits isn't as easy as it seems, though. As the fight goes on, the BioLizard starts launching more attacks and launching them faster. You can't take any damage in your super form, but you can run out of rings if you're not careful. And here, something really weird happened. See, you can swap places with Sonic, or you can swap to Shadow by flying over or under the BioLizard. And I believe I did that accidentally while I was aiming for the weak point. And that caused me to end up accidentally switching to Sonic, and he hadn't gotten enough rings yet. So, yeah, it made me lose a life. Which is kind of sad, because I almost actually landed that hit there. If you're running out of rings, you want to swap to the other character at all, if you can, because that will let you basically let the other character collect rings while the person you swap to is fighting. But generally, I think the strategy here is more just to kind of go for it. Considering you have to zero in on the Bio-Lizard anyway, you might as well just try and go for the weak point if you can. But as the fight goes on, your characters will also collect less rings as you swap back to them. So it's definitely a problem as the fight goes on and things get more hectic. You also only have 5 minutes before the Ark crashes to Earth. And I end up cutting this fight pretty darn close here. With only 12 rings left and no lives to back me up, we defeat the final hazard.
Shadow, your power's getting weaker. Hey, are you okay?
What a ride.
I must destroy all the evil the Professor has created.
No way that's getting through.
Shadow, I beg of you,
Maria,
give them a chance to be happy.
Now, Shadow! Chaos control!
Maria, this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
Where is Shadow? Do you really think that the Professor created him, Shadow, to carry out the revenge on all those who live here on Earth?
He was what he was. A brave and heroic hedgehog who gave his life to save this planet. Shadow the Hedgehog.
I guess you're right.
As a child, I looked up to my grandfather because of all the great things he accomplished in his life. He was my hero, and I wanted to be a great scientist like him. But did he really mean to destroy us?
I don't know, but what I do know is we all did it together!
You're right.
So what's next for you, Rouge? Off again to find those jewels you love so much?
Nah, I think I'm gonna give up this line of work. Too much work for too little pay. Anyway, I've got something better than jewels that I'm thinking about right now. It'll all work out. You'll see.
If you say so.
Created the ultimate life form.
What's the matter, Sonic?
Oh, it's nothing. Come on, let's go home. To the planet as cool and blue as me. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
And thus, Sonic Adventure 2 ends on a somber note. The world has been saved, but not without a cost, and that cost was Shadow the Hedgehog. Once determined to seek revenge against the planet, he ended up being one of the deciding factors in saving it. He kept his promise to Maria, even if it meant sacrificing himself. Or at least, we thought he did at the time. Later games would end up revealing the truth of what actually happened, but I don't think that takes away much from this ending. It's an incredible finale for an incredible game. I really sometimes have trouble putting into words how much I love Sonic Adventure 2. The characters, the story, the music, and the gameplay all just land perfectly for me. Sometimes the levels themselves can be annoying, but that hardly matters to me in the grand scheme of things. It's got its share of quirks, but I would go as far to say that they only add to the charm and unique feeling this game has. If I ever were designing and writing a story for a Sonic game, I would want it to be like Sonic Adventure 2. And there's more to do in this game. There's more comparisons that could be made between the stories, more emblems to go for, the Chow Garden, and those dreaded A-ranks. But I've actually been considering maybe streaming for the first time and recording my progress and trying to get all A-ranks in a file. If that's something that'd be interesting to watch, I'd be glad to give it a try. But I think that would be something else to do down the line. I'd say I'd been playing enough Sonic Adventure 2 for the channel for the moment. So, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more kind of chronological Let's Plays in the future, I'd be glad to do this sort of thing again. Until then, this is your good friend Sparky, and this has been the Sonic Adventure 2 Chronological Let's Play. I'm signing off for now, and I'll see you for the next project.